Imagine a world where your faith could cost you everything. A world ruled by kings, laws, and powerful leaders, where even the smallest decision could change your life forever. This is the story of Daniel, a man whose unwavering faith in God led him into a den of lions and out alive. A story of courage, conviction, and the power of trusting in what is right, even when everyone else doubts you. Daniel was a young man from Israel, living in a foreign land called Babylon. After his people were captured, Daniel and his friends were chosen to serve in the king's palace. He was smart, disciplined, and wise beyond his years. But what made Daniel truly special was his faith in God. No matter what the king or others demanded, Daniel stayed true to his beliefs, praying to God and living a life of honesty and integrity. Because of his wisdom, the king trusted Daniel more than anyone else, putting him in charge of the entire kingdom. But this didn't sit well with everyone. There were people jealous of Daniel, people who wanted his position, his respect, and even his life. The jealous officials hatched a plan. They knew that Daniel prayed to God 3 times a day, as he always had. So they convinced the king to make a law that no one could pray to anyone but the king himself. Anyone who disobeyed would be thrown into a den of lions. It was a trap. They thought Daniel would have no choice but to break his faith, and when he didn't, he would face certain death. But Daniel's devotion was stronger than fear. Even knowing the law, even knowing the lions that waited below, Daniel knelt by his window and prayed to God, just as he always did. When the officials saw him praying, they rushed to the king. "Daniel has broken the law," they cried. The king was distressed. He liked Daniel, he respected him, but the law was the law. So Daniel was thrown into the den of lions. A stone was placed over the entrance, and the king sealed it tight. For a long, terrifying night, Daniel faced the lions. But something miraculous happened. God sent an angel, and the lions did not harm him. They did not even touch him. Daniel was safe because he had remained faithful. Meanwhile, the king could hardly sleep. At the first light of dawn, he rushed to the den and called out, "Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God been able to save you from the lions?" Daniel replied, calm and confident, "My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. They have not hurt me, because I was found innocent before him." The king was overjoyed. He ordered Daniel to be lifted out of the den, and the lions were punished. Then the king issued a decree. Everyone in the kingdom must respect Daniel's God, for he is the living God who saves and protects those who are faithful. Daniel's courage and faith had not only saved his life, but also inspired an entire nation to see the power of trusting in God. Daniel's story teaches us many things. Faith over fear. Even in the face of danger, Daniel trusted God. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's faith in what is right. Integrity matters. Daniel stayed true to his values, even when it was costly. Integrity has a reward that fear or compromise cannot match. God is faithful. Daniel didn't survive by luck. He survived because he was faithful, and God honored that faith. Influence through faith. Daniel's actions changed the heart of a king and inspired many. Faith can inspire, lead, and transform communities. We all face lions in our lives, moments of fear, pressure, or challenge. Like Daniel, we can choose courage, integrity, and faith over fear and compromise. No matter how impossible a situation may seem, Daniel's story reminds us that true strength comes from staying faithful, even when the world is against us. So today, remember this: when you face your own lions, keep your faith strong. Be brave, stand firm, trust in God, and miracles can happen. If Daniel's story inspired you, subscribe to Timeless Stories Hub for more timeless Bible stories brought to life with cinematic animation. Hit the bell to never miss a story, and share your favorite lesson from Daniel in the comments below.